Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are technically... The children will grow, and it's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They are led out by the 15th overall selection in 2019, former Ohio State Buckeye Dwayne Haskins.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And a quick look at Washington's offense.
And, partner, sometimes it's good for a team to get the Thursday nighter right after a loss because you don't have very long to stew on what just happened. You have to turn right around, get ready, and go out and play again. Or, as one of the veterans told me, I actually like this because I can keep my anger for this short amount of time and take it out on the other team.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here it's third down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Now Haskins to throw it. Off to Geis on the screen. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he fields it cleanly. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Lions will take over. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time to Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Stafford gives to Johnson on the draw. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
To throw again on second down. Haskins. And he rifles one incomplete. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number one in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
And first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now it's Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. To throw on 3rd down, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. On 1st down, this is Geis. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's 3rd down. 3rd down, here's Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Tress Way now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. For Johnson, the numbers for his performance from last week, 25 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Stafford And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 37. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. A first down carry here for Johnson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Johnson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We're scoreless after 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. To throw is Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They're going draw play. Stafford to Johnson. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis. On 2nd and 9. Stafford complete to Jones. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 44-yard line. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Had some momentum going, driving down the field. That'll set him back 1st and 15.
I mean, that type of play, when you've got to go in your direction, shoot, my man Old Nose arching an eyebrow at him right now. You've got me going. Keep me going.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. That's about as good as a linebacker can diagnose that play, isn't it?
It certainly is, and what he did really well is that while he was diagnosing, he got his feet in motion without actually going anywhere and taking a false step that he had to make up later. He read it, got his feet in motion, and then he just took off and made the play.
2 plays in a row there where the defense just annihilates the running game.
Yeah, they feel pretty good about themselves right now, don't they? I can guarantee you in that huddle, man, we've got them on the run. They can't move the ball. And there's always one guy who says, hey, we might be getting set up for something. Make sure you loosen up a little bit and look for the big shot.
Yeah, have to be ready here in pass protection on 3rd down. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. Here's Matt Wild now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin him back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The end result, 21 yards. Haskins now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Four yards on the dump off at 2nd down. Now a run with Geis. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try and get it with Geis, and he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Haskins gets this to Reed. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From midfield now, Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. Back to the ground game now with Geis. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The tackle made there by Jared Davis. Geis. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. This will be, 38 yards out. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal for the offense. 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Stafford The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Stafford, right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on second down. Stafford, he can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Deron Payne coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. They give to Johnson going right. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to our Tiburon Studios here in Orlando. We'll take a minute and look ahead at what's to come this weekend in week number 3. In the early games, a lot of good matchups, one being in Indianapolis. A tough one for the Colts, as they'll have to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well, one being over in Arlington, where it'll be America's team, the Cowboys, taking on the Arizona Cardinals. And then lastly, we wrap up the week with a good one on Monday Night Football between the New England Patriots and the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, a combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now this window is running back out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Stafford now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Stafford now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Johnson on the counter. And an alley to run. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Caught by Jones. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. So many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, and that's complete to Jesse James. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay it.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he finds the tight end, Reed. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield.
So statistically, Both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Stafford. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Haskins now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Now Justin Coleman brings him down. Call it no gain on the dump-off, and it's 3rd down. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devon Kennard drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. The shotgun snap for Stafford. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the 1st down at around the 22. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They start on the ground with Geis. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Romeo Okwara in on the tackle. From the 36, Haskins toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock. really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Stafford. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Out of the gun, Stafford. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And he's able to get it out of there. That's a 49-yard punt, 8th, though, on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Off to Geis on the screen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up. You need to get the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And he is going to go down for the 5th time tonight. And this one is going to be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, the play of the game.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. From the gun on 3rd down. Haskins, but now it's 3rd down. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 20. From the gun, Stafford. It's caught by Aguilar. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now Stafford completes it to Aguilar. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Haskins. And that is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that's going to bump up their lead now to 15-3. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Stafford. Open man is Galladay. Complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a 1st, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Operating from the gun. Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. From the 50, it's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Stafford toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Stafford. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Running the sweep with McLaurin. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Haskins will throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation, because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Haskins down to a knee, and his guys about to come away victorious. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the last